Hello everyone. A little follow-up to my tree felling. You can see it's just it's just been done. It's a sweaty job. Uh, but everything was prepared. I was really calm. Everything was good. Saw was fresh and full of gasoline and oil, and the chain was sharp. Hat was there. Everything that I could get to need, hammer and wedges, were in the back there. And I had called up my friend to say, I am commencing now, and if you don't hear from me within 30 minutes, come and check on me. So she knew exactly where I was and what I was doing, and would have come to check on me if I didn't call her. So please do that and be safe. And of course I have my boots, I have my Kevlar, so everything was fine, except this was the biggest tree I ever felled. And as you can see, my bar on that saw is not long enough to go all the way in and make the humboldt cut or the undercut in one inning. So I had to cut in here and go to the other side and cut in there. And as you can see, it was not the best undercut. It's really shitty made, and it's well, it didn't work out. And this little piece was left. It should have been gone so that this one was flat. I must say it is rather straight in, so I'm a bit proud of that. It's straight in, but this little piece made the whole difference, because when I started to make the back cut into the tree, that is also a little bit too high up. It should have been a little lower, I think, because you can see this height here, that's too much, and that is wonky. That is not as plain as the other one. When I got to here, normally the tree would linger and say, oh, there's a space here. She's cutting my fibers, but there's a space here, so I'll lean to that side. It couldn't, because of this stupid piece left behind. So instead it decided, well, I don't have anything to lean on anymore. She's cut my fibers, so I'll just lean back. So this here tree that is now lying all the way in there, quite inaccessible, should have been down that way, lying there neatly fine and easy to cut up. It is not, because of this one. So my preparations were all right, and I have cleared this area around the tree, 3 meters in each direction, which is about 10 feet in each direction, just except for this one. But so that you are able to always get away. Now my escape route was that you always have that, and it doesn't go directly back from the tree, because if it splits, if it does something crazy, you don't want to be absolutely behind where it falls. So say it was supposed to fall that way, I wouldn't be here, for many reasons. What also can happen is that if it falls that way, it has all the branches in the top, and they are kind of springy, so it can fall down and then it can move back with the speed of light, 5-6 meters exactly backwards. You don't want to be behind it. So your escape route should always be to the side, back and to the side. So my escape route was here, and that was clear. 5 meters behind the tree and to the right here. I could get behind here, and I would be safe from falling branches and everything else as well. But also you have to make a 3 meter in the circumference here around the tree, so that if anything goes wrong, as it did, this went wrong, no doubt about that. I'm not hurt, but this went wrong. This was not supposed to happen. And had I been a better lumberjill And had I been more experienced, had I had a longer bar, so I could cut the cut in one cutting in one setting, standing at the same side, it would have been better. It's not a guarantee that nothing goes wrong, but this shouldn't be lying there now. So I have to cut a lot of shit, that's trees, to get into it, to cut it up into pieces. But as I felt my saw get stuck and saw the tree start to lean, I left the saw in there and just moved out of the way. And as the saw was stuck, the tree fell on it, and it has separated here, and the handlebar is completely wonky, and the house has come off here. So a little bit of repair for that. It does not start. I'm not even gonna attempt to start it with that big gush here. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to sit here onto the house, or the house is supposed to sit here, and it doesn't. It's a 2 centimeter, half an inch or so loosened there. So I'm not gonna do anything. I just turned it off, put the security lock on. I'm gonna put the bar protection on here, and yeah, there's a bit of a drive out to the chainsaw man to see if they can fix her. That's what can happen. That's what can happen. But she's down and I'm not hurt. And Saf was in the house because I didn't want her anywhere near this. So with that, my friends, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to get in and get out of all this safety gear. Gonna let Sappho out. I'm gonna make Megan an appointment to drive about 30 kilometers each way to get to the saw repair guys out at Bengtson's. I was planning on making a bragging video of how a little woman like me with a small saw could just put down this big pine. Well, it didn't go exactly to plan, but no one got hurt. The idea why I'm putting it down, I've never even spoken about that. I am taking this one down because I need it for my house. I need the lumber for my house. My house is tilting like 15 degrees or so, because at the front of the house, it's of course a log cabin, and the bottom log is called skyllen, the skyll in Swedish, that has rotted away. The house is 150 years old, so, well, I guess it's the only bottom log that has been there. So it has completely rotted away, and I want to replace it so the house can be level again, and so that I can change the front panels on the house and maybe get her insulated a little bit. And therefore I need to put in about 7 meters of a good sturdy log, a beam. Actually, it will be 15 or 20 centimeters on all sides, and I thought this particular tree would meet the requirements. But it'll be a little bit more work than I had anticipated to get all the way into the top, get her cut into pieces. I'm not sure that I won't be needing some help for this, but we'll see how far it gets. First and foremost, I need to fix my saw because I don't have a second saw. So I'm not gonna get anything more done about it today. Luckily, she's down. She's not a danger to anyone. She's not completely a hanger or widow maker, as you would call it in English. She is hanging up in some trees in here, and I think I can get to yeah, I'll have to see. There's nothing to do before I get a good saw. I'm not gonna start working on this with my hand saw, that's for sure. But I don't think she's falling any further. She's hanging up on good branches in there. So if a little wild boar should run under her, I don't think it'll be a problem. But the only problem is for me to get in there and cut her up a little bit more. The idea was to cut it into 3-meter pieces, 10-feet pieces, and I will have to get that done before too late, because or else she will just not stay as straight. She will lie here, and there's of course a lot of weight on it, and she will get a little bit bent. I don't need that. I need a straight tree to make straight beams from. So yeah, bit of a challenge, but happy that you were with me on this journey, and that you see it's not just that. Even if you're completely prepared, you have to be very, very careful and make sure that all dogs and children, all unsuspected things are locked away. And you can have a partner with you out there. Maria offered me to come and be here. And I don't really like that, because then I have to think about her and where is she, and is she away. So I told her I prefer that you stay at home. She lives right up here at the road. And that you are my backup on the phone. So make sure you always have a telephonic backup when you go and play with the chainsaw in the forest, because it's not a toy. It's not a toy. You can get hurt, and it was a good thing that it was only the saw that got under that trunk and not my foot or something, because yeah, you can't move this. When first it's there, it's there. It's solid there. And if it's on your leg, even if you're not hurt, you're not getting out from under there. So always have a backup on the phone or in the house or nearby. So that's all from now. And I guess this will be a story to follow up on. Wish it had been lying there. Wishes don't get you anywhere. So I think a cup of tea is in order for now, and then I will just pet my dog and say, whoop, mama effed up a little bit and has to pay for it now. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye, everyone.